You want to know why prices are so high? Well, there are a number of reasons having to do with Putin's war in Ukraine, disruption caused by the pandemic. But one of the factors affecting prices is this: 9 major shipping companies consolidated into 3 alliances control the vast majority of ocean shipping in the world. And each of these 9 is foreign-owned. During the pandemic, these carriers increased their prices by as much as 1,000%. 1,000%. While families and businesses struggled around the world, these carriers made $190 billion in profit in 2021, 7 times higher than the year before. I've said many times, tackling inflation is my #1 priority. Inflation, there's no solace as inflation is higher around the rest of the world and gas prices are higher everywhere else in the world. It doesn't matter. It's much too high here. This bill is going to help bring down inflation, at least marginally, for farmers and businesses all across America. And more than that, the bill is proof of what we can achieve when we work together on common ground. Democrats, Republicans, and independents, farmers, families in this country.
The Russian subsidiary of Alphabet's Google has submitted a bankruptcy declaration. That's according to Russia's Ifax agency Friday, citing online court filings. The subsidiary announced plans to file for bankruptcy in May when authorities seized its bank account. Google said the seizure made it impossible to pay staff and vendors. Russia has restricted access to other US tech giants this year, including Twitter and Facebook. It comes after Moscow sent tens of thousands of troops into Ukraine in February. The Kremlin had put Google under pressure for months and accused it of not deleting content it sees as illegal. Russia has also attacked Alphabet for restricting access to some local media on YouTube. Google will stay in the country to some degree, though. YouTube will stay online for now. Google also said free services like Maps and Gmail would stay up for Russians to use.
Our respected General Secretary Kim Jong-un emphasized intensifying anti-epidemic measures, so we are disinfecting facilities strictly considering the situation in our factory. We disinfect doorknobs and other areas that people frequently touch every 30 minutes.
No, it's just this way. It's gone. Put the camera here. That's right. Okay.
Just tip to the side again with the hat? Yeah.
FIFA said Thursday that a list of 16 cities across the United States, Canada, and Mexico will be host cities for the 2026 Men's World Cup. The sprawling soccer championship will be the biggest ever for FIFA, the first to have 48 teams play, from New York to Vancouver, from Mexico City to Kansas City. FIFA President Gianni Infantino said he hopes the event will make soccer the biggest sport in the U.S. by the time it all kicks off.
I think this part of the world doesn't realize what will happen here in 2026. I mean, these 3 countries will be put upside down and then flipped again back. The world will be invading Canada, Mexico, and the United States, and they will be invaded by a big wave of joy and of happiness, because that's what football is about.
The 1994 World Cup, the last time the U.S. hosted, sparked a boom in popularity for soccer in America, with Major League Soccer kicking off its inaugural season 2 years later. At a watch party of Thursday's announcement, New York Mayor Eric Adams painted his city's host status as a victory after 2 years of lockdowns and uncertainty.
Today, these young people and their enthusiasm, they took the question mark and they turned it into an exclamation point. We are America, we are New York, we are New Jersey. You're darn right we're gonna be all right. The World Cup is coming here to New York and New Jersey.
On Thursday, there was still no indication of where the opening game or the final would be played. 16 cities were selected for the championship, but there were 22 initial bids. Among those left out were Pasadena, Cincinnati, and the U.S. Capitol. Washington, D.C. would have jointly hosted with Baltimore.